Hello and welcome back to my channel. So little time has passed. Stephen West's MCAL is now finished and the dust has settled and we're able to move on to the next project. But what did I decide? Did I decide to tink or did I decide to rip, just rip back? Or did I decide to frog? Well, I was really surprised by how many of you knew me and how many of you knew that if I just tinked back or didn't tink exactly right back, that I would forever look at that finished shawl and that's all I would see, is that little section of stitches. So I thought, let's rip back. So I've got my box. I'll spoiler alert, I have finished the shawl and I am going to show you the shawl. But here's my box of remnants. So here's my bag, which I didn't end up using because coming back and forth the shop, which is where I was doing most of my knitting, was here at the shop. It's been absolutely torrential rain. We've had flooding. Thankfully not this street or any homes, but businesses in the next street and businesses in the next street either side sadly were flooded. So I didn't want to get my bag wet. So my bag is still in perfect pristine condition. I'll probably get it out in summer and you know the whole 3 days of summer that we get each year in South Wales. So here are my leftovers. Just going to tip them out because along with the leftovers is the square. Now this square, central square, as you know, Stephen asked us to change it. Initially though, he just asked us to change it. He didn't ask us to completely pivot. So I was going along with a pattern that somebody very kindly, they had changed their central square and they were just writing the notes of what they had done. The thing is, they're not a pattern designer, and when it came down to it, it just didn't line up nicely when I did it. I won't comment on theirs. Theirs look lovely actually, but I don't know. And in the end, I just thought, well, you'll see now. So let's go back. So there's two issues. Firstly, ripping back. Tinking, no, we decided to rip back. So I ripped back. This is the square that I ripped back on. Bear in mind, this square has been knitted 4, 5, let's have a think now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times this square. So when I ripped back, there were things that to me I just couldn't live with. So for example here, just doesn't line up in a nice way. Nor here, and I'm not sure if the camera picks it up, but it's not a square. I don't know what it is, but it's not a square. So in principle, that would have been, and seeing the finished shawl, this would have been a really nice central square. But then Stephen came out and he said to us, pivot, let's pivot. There's a lot more to this issue than just being bullied into changing or in just people being upset. There's a lot more to it. So let's just completely pivot. So I did. And I was happier. I wasn't happy, let's put it this way, because I felt the design was so simple that why was I paying someone else for this design? Which, rightly or wrongly, that's how I felt. But I did understand that his original design wasn't that simple. But now seeing the whole shawl, I think this pivot design actually suits the shawl better than the original design. So at the end of the day, I'm happy that we had to pivot. So do you want to see it? let's show you it on the mannequin first. Take it off its stand. So here we go. Look at this beautiful thing. So you can see we've got dip stitches here. We've got some eyelets, and then this is the pivoted central piece. Let's show you the back. Sashay over this way. There we go. And you can see different parts of the design stand out depending on which way you're standing and which way you're wearing it. So I'm going to pop the mannequin back on the stand. And give you a bigger look. Now, I'm not sure that my camera, when it's facing this way, no, it won't change to give the full shawl in one go. So we'll start like this. Now I put a cheeky little turn on the end of mine, because you'll see in the photographs on my Instagram and on my shorts that my blocking boards, even though they are massive, they were not big enough to do this at a point. So I had to curve it back on itself. But that's fine. I think it adds to the pretty effect. I'm in the shop, so if you see me keep looking that way, I'll just show you. We've got the windows there, so people keep walking past and I can see them thinking, what on earth is she doing there? Because I'm dancing around. There are two ladies just over there waiting for somebody to pick them up by the looks of it, and they're laughing. But that's what this channel is about, is spreading the joy, spreading the love. So here we go. As you can see, I used a yarn, Holst yarn, which is not my lovely yarn that I sell over here. This is it's a lot more rough. That's the only way to describe it, to be honest. It is wearable. I'll get over it, but I won't buy it again. So when you see in the notes it softens up after washing, it does, but it still isn't soft. So I don't know why they call it super soft. To be honest, them calling it super soft puts me off buying any of their other yarns if this one is the super soft one. But there we go. Some people must like it. I'm just actually, I do have some sensitivity problems and allergies, and I've got serious liver problems, so I am more susceptible to touch and feel. So it probably is me. So I should no, I'm not going to take back what I said, because for me that's my truth. But it may not be the case for you. But also what made me think of it is that you can see through, when I'm holding it up to you, you can see through it, which isn't a problem when it's on you. You can't see it through it there, can you? So if I put it like that, you can see the lovely design. So we've got the dip stitches, these slip stitches. Let's go over. So corner into the slip stitches, and then we come to the eyelet ones and the central square. So I'm going to just lift it up so you can see all the way to the bottom. Hey, there we go. Oh, I can't hold my hands up that long. And then we have the other side, which is equally as beautiful. I mean, I do like this shawl. It is a thing of beauty. I'm just going to ruffle this up to show you the bottom, how the bottom looks. There we go. And this yarn, as rough as it is very warm, and as see-through as it is very warm. So you can squish up in it like this. It's very big as well. So I'm talking to you now. I'm 5'8". I don't know if I can show this. Oh, I didn't think you could go up the end. Right. So let's show you. Here we go. There we are. So you can see how big it is. Yeah. And then when I put it around me that way, It's very nice and toasty. But I'll probably be wearing it this way, the way I had it on the mannequin. That's what I tend to do. Just chuck it on as it comes. Because I find that if my neck and shoulders are warm and my feet, the rest of me is warm. And I love how it falls. I love it. It is really, you know, the design really, as with all of Stephen's designs, they really come into themselves when you're wearing it. Often you can look at it in the pattern, or look at it as you're knitting it and think, oh, don't think this is going to look very good. But then you put it on and you think, oh yes, it's a thing of beauty. As he says, it's a piece of art. So this is my piece of art. As a result of all the knitting and re-knitting I had to do in the beginning of the knit along, I'm not going to make a second one of these yet. I had planned to make a second one in my own yarn, and I still may do that because it is a lovely design, and I would like a nice big shawl in my own yarns that I can really crutch into, not just wear to keep warm. So I'll never say never. I didn't enjoy the twists and turns initially, but I made myself one, and I actually loved the one I made for myself more than the one I made for my mum. Although my mum's does suit her very well. I had better news when I was knitting the second one, didn't I? As you all know. Okay, so let's just talk through. I decided not to go with the fringe because it's such a big shawl anyway, that I felt a fringe on it as well. Two things. I think with this yarn that it will felt. So I think the fringe will felt and it's going to look matted, and I thought, no, I don't want to do that. And also it's very big. I don't need it any bigger. So I haven't weighed them. Let me just see, is my scales over there? No, I haven't weighed them, but you can see the amounts I've got left. So I'll take a educated guess that there is about 15 grams of the lightest colour. There's about 17 grams of the next colour. Then I'm going to jump up, there's about 30 grams of the darkest colour, and about 40 grams of the second from darkest colour. So colour C that would be. So for whatever reason, I've got more of colour C left than any of the other colours. Colours A and B are used more times than the other two. So let's just show you where they're used more. Let's go, let's have a little look. So here. So it goes A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, then back to A, B, C, D, and then continues A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D all the way up. And also here you've got A, B, C, D, and then again A and B. So you can see why you're using a bit more of the A's and B's and a bit less of the C's, the C's and D's. So what I'm going to do with that, I think, is make a hat. So initially I thought dip stitch, because I have an entrelac hat that I think pattern that I've worked on in the past. So I can picture that. It's a sort of berry, but I'm really into this type of just slouchy beanie bobble hat shape at the moment. I don't know if it suits me. Part of me doesn't care as long as it keeps me warm. But I'll hold off for now, because let's put this back on the mannequin so that my customers can bask in its beauty when they walk through the door. Yeah, I'm going to hold off that for now, because my next project is going to be a cowl by my lovely friend Liz. So I will pop the details of that cowl in the description. because I can't remember what it's called. Let me just see if I got the pattern there. Oh, I have. It's called Above the City Cowl, and it's by Elizabeth Maguire, and you can find that on Ravelry. If you can't find it, get in touch with me and I can put you in touch with the designer directly, or I can set up something so that you can purchase the cowl, the pattern from me, and I can pass on the funds to Liz. But I'm going to make a separate video for that because I believe it deserves its own video. I can show you the colours I'm going to use. Let's have a look. Use this, and I'm going to use this. Here we go. So I'm going to use this beautiful navy. Don't know if all the colours show up nicely in this light, because this is a bit of a fake light. But this is all different tones of navy, beautiful. And then this is called Hedgehog Playground. So it's all the colours of leaves that have been piled up and left for the hedgehogs to play with. So have a look at the pattern, see if you fancy making it. And keep an eye out for my videos, because I'm guessing the next video that I do will be this one. I'm thinking of just doing a general blog video of life in the shop, where I just tell you about things that are going on locally. I'm getting a lot more local viewers since having the shop, so I will tell you about the locals, I think, and perhaps go and visit some of the local artisans, because we've got some amazing ceramicists locally. We've got an absolute, they're all, this is the thing, this word is going to be overused, but it's true. We've got an amazing felt artist called, her name's Becca, and she goes by the brand name of Tinfoil Spider, and her brand name is Yarn Finds. It's trademarked. Oh, she's amazing. She's just amazing. She's just amazing. She's worked in TV before now, but now she's working for herself, and I'm going to show you her work, if she'll let me. She might even let me in her studio. She might not, but I'm going to give it a squish and say, come on, Becca, let me in. But yes, so there are a few artists that I'd like to show you. And I think I'd like to show you and introduce you properly to my daughter, Lauren, who does the artwork for our bags for the van shows, the car shows and the car rallies. She does all that. And she does pets as well and houses. Yeah, so lovely to be with you again. I'm so pleased I finished my shawl. I am really pleased that I tinked back, and then, well, I tinked back, then decided to rip, then decided it's not a square anyway, I can't live with that, go with Stephen's pivotal design. I am pleased that, even though in many ways I wish I hadn't gone through all that, if I hadn't, I might not have appreciated the final design as much as I do. So it is something that I will wear and I will enjoy wearing, because I love the look of it, and it's in blues, which blues is my colour. I've got green on today, but that's me trying not to always wear blue. So yes, this time I'm really going. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and like this video. My subscribers are getting close to 3,000, and that's really exciting. I think most YouTubers are the same. You start out day one with no subscribers, and then you tell your family and you get your trickle of like 20 to 30 subscribers, and you think that's it, nobody else is ever going to want to hear me rambling on and rocking back and forth, as I just realised I'm doing. And then you reach your first 100. It's like, wow, I made 100, yay! Then it goes to 200, and every single subscriber you notice. Then you hit the 1,000, and you start looking then for how many hours have I actually got, You got to hit a 4,000 to be able to be monetized, which thankfully, thank you everyone, I am monetized, and every comment that you give, it makes YouTube give me a little bit of money. So thank you to everyone that's commented. Every like you give, it makes YouTube give me a little bit of money. So thank you for all the likes. I'm not sure what it does with shares, and every minute that you watch, YouTube gives me a little bit of money. So thank you to all of you. You really have contributed to making this a part of my hobby that I've been able to turn into something that supports myself and my family. So thank you. You really are. You're helping out a local business, or a small business if you're not local. So thank you very much. So please do continue to like, please continue to subscribe, and please continue to watch, and I'll see you with the next video. So for now, bye bye.